Welcome back, guys, to the Lonely Basement. How are you doing tonight? We have some eBay pickups, little pickup rip tonight. Just a couple things I got last couple days in the mail, and I was just watching. I watched Chris last night, and from Missouri, and he made a very good video. Like and subscribe, Chris from Missouri. And he was talking a lot about people making hobbyist dying videos, and the hobby is not dying. It's okay. So it's going to be okay, everyone. And I agree pretty much with everything Chris said. But the point of this is, I was flipping through just a little while ago, and pops up a video from Mojo Sports, and I don't watch all his videos, but once in a while I'll click on a Mojo, see what he's doing. Seems like a nice guy, you know. And he was doing this video, and the thumbnail said, our sports card influencers ruin the hobby or something. And I was like, he's not going to do a video about sports card influencers ruin the hobby. Like, there's no way Mojo is doing that. He's like one of the top, 3 influencers in sports cards. So, he sucked me in. He sucked me right in. So I clicked on it. There's a point. So I start watching, kind of skimming through, and he's not talking about sports card influencers ruin the hobby at all. I'm like, it's a complete thumbnail to suck you in to watch it. He's at the Chicago show, Chicago Sports Spectacular, and I was like, whatever, I'm doing something else, and it was on in the background. And all of a sudden I hear, later in the video, I just hear John Mangini. So I'm like, huh? So I look, and I hear this voice. It sounded awfully familiar. And he says, you were up against John Mangini for president. Mangini beat you for president. So I start looking, and the voice is awful familiar. And the camera pans. And who do you think is talking to Mojo? My friend and yours, Jason, Everyday Card Collector, has made his first appearance. He has been in most people's videos by now. And he has now made his appearance in a Mojo video. So, Jason, you have officially eclipsed all of us. You are on a Mojo video. And Jason continues to rise in the ranks of sports card influencers, making the Mojo video. Always use protection. Let's see what we got, guys. I know what we got on these ones, I think. Don't be looking for any vintage today. I apologize, because I know it's here. So this first one, I got a good deal. Was a little eBay pickup. I've been talking a lot about the Fleer, the Donruss, the early 80s stuff, which I didn't have a lot of. So slowly but surely, yellow tape. Very disappointing. I found this seller. I was looking for lots of some of this stuff to fill some of these holes I had. And kind of the point is, I say, I'm not going to buy a team set of 68 tops, Yankees. But some of these junk wax stuff, you're not going to find a binder full of, junk wax singles at a show. So if you need them, if you're trying to find them one at a time, it can be a little difficult. So I found this dealer on eBay, little bubble wrap here, selling these sets together in a bundle. I made him an offer. He accepted the offer, and this is what we picked up from him. I know. I picked up the 81 Fleer. I know. If you've been watching, I know. The 81 Fleer Yankee team set. Now it's complete. We have the 81 Fleer set complete over there that we got at the flea market. We have some 81 Fleer singles we've purchased, but I now have, these were labeled as near mint. They look pretty crispy. They do not have, there's a Louis Tiant, possible Hall of Famer. They do not have the, this Rick Cerrone card. I saw this card on eBay for like $10. And I was like, is there something special that I'm missing? Is there an error? And I couldn't figure it out. But this card was listed on eBay for $10. Dick Hauser Manager card. Again, this entire set would be Sweet Lou. There's a great Greg Nettles card. There's a Guidry. This is just great history, guys, in the Yankees. You got your Gossage. So if there's any special cards, he said straight out they're not in here, like two multiplayer cards, things like that, they're not in here. But they are nice and crispy. 81 Fleer. I will not buy any more 81 Fleer. We are good to go on 81 Fleer. There's a Willie. There's a second Reggie, Mr. Baseball, which I actually thought might not be in there because he had mentioned special cards wouldn't be in there. I got these 3 sets for $6 a piece. So you're paying a little more for the commons. You're paying a little less for the dollar cards. But 83, complete. There's your Winfield. But it was just a good deal. There's your Rigetti. Beautiful Dave. Looking nice and sweaty. So these cards, that's really nice. Bobby Mercer, last card. 83s. So these cards, just to have them complete, kind of locks up my early Fleer run there. I still need some 84s and 85s, pretty much an 86, I think. After that, 87 and on, I should have pretty much everything I need. So 82s. Now that's interesting. Here's a Jackson and Winfield card. And he claimed the multiplayer cards weren't going to be in there. So I wasn't expecting that one to be in there. There's a Reggie, which I do have, but it's one of the only ones I have. So that's just cool for me. I'll stare at these a little bit longer later. The photos on the Fleer, man, I mean, these photos are so grainy and like... Fleer needed better photography in 1983, 82. You could do better with your iPhone these days, guys. But they're just cool cars. Panella. All right, so that's what we picked up from that dealer on eBay. 81, 82, 83 Fleer. Complete. Locked up in the books. To all be top-loaded. And enter their team set collection. This next one is interesting also, and I'm trying to remember what card I bought for this for. There's one card in here I wanted. I saw one card, and then it was one of those deals where the guy's like, oh, 20% off if you order this many cards. And I was like, oh, 20% off. And all of a sudden, I went from wanting one card to deciding, I've gotten the foam all over me, deciding I needed to purchase. I'm literally completely covered in foam. The dangers of live ripping. So I got sucked into the 20% off, buy this many cards. Nose is running. And that's what I wanted, actually. So I'm working on the Burger Kings. I have a good amount of some of them, so I didn't want to buy the, I think he put 2 cards in his top loader. He did. All right. I'm working on 77 Burger Kings. I have a good amount of them, so I'm not going to buy the complete set because I have a good amount of them loose already. But I needed the checklist card. This comes in 2 colors. Kind of like that blue better than the other, lighter blue. I don't think it matters too much. So I picked that up. And in order to get this at a good discount, I was like, all right, I'll get some other cards. So what do we get? We got an 81 Donruss Bucky Dent. As we troll through the early 80s to finish these. This is what happens. Look at this. See? See? We have a 82 Winfield, which we bought these before we bought the set. So I have doubles of the 82 Dave. There you go. 84 Billy Martin, manager card. We have multiple of this card that we don't have, though, the Nestle. So we have a Nestle Billy Martin, which I thought was cool. I had to pick that up. These three, Paul Zuvella, Dave Righetti, and Bobby Meacham, 86, Topps. Tiffany. These are all Tiffany cards. When I was trying to figure out what to buy, I was like, you know what? I love the 86 Topps. I've said it before. The set I grew up on, the white and the black with the Yankee pinstripes, is amazing. So I wouldn't mind collecting the Tiffany set of these. I already have the Mattingly, so good way to start a new little rabbit hole. 86 Tiffany's. I would like to have all the Tiffany's, obviously. That probably won't happen, but you never know. So I pick a few up here and there. Then, beautiful. Kevin Moss Gold, guys. We got the Kevin Moss Gold. And this is all in the name of getting 20% off the entire bundle. And we picked up the Brian Taylor Stadium Club. There you go. Draft pick of the 90s. I have brought up Brian Taylor's wonderful story many times on the channel, as he's currently sitting in jail, I believe. Don't fight with your cousins when you have a $1 million pitching arm. So that's what we got, guys. A bunch of 80s. We got a Nestle. Always got to have some food issues in the basement. We now have two. Dave Winfield 82 Fleers. And 83 Fleer complete. So that is cool. Don't be surprised if I show up with an 81, 82, and 83 Donruss soon. I have a lot of 84 Donruss I bought from one dealer I saw one time loose, so I probably wouldn't buy that complete. But we're marching through the 80s in our team set collecting, and we'll get our 81, 82, 83 Fleers checked off. We did buy a vintage card. I lied. 77 Burger King checklist. We have Nestle. We have Burger King today. The food remains strong in the basement. All right, guys, that's all I got. You all have a great night. I'm going to go watch a live, I think, and